This video is going to explore solving linear equations 3, where they're just that little bit more complicated than solving linear equations 1 and 2. And we're going to look at solving linear equations where there's brackets involved. So straight away we have this problem. We have 3x plus 25 equal to 7x minus 3. Now we need to remember our simple rule of letters on the left and numbers on the right. So our letters go on the left and our numbers go on the right. So we've got letters and numbers. So let's see. Well, this is on the correct side because it's on the left. But this 7x is not on the left side, so we must move it over to the left side, which makes it become a minus 7x. Now, this plus 25 is also on the incorrect side because it should be on the right. So we need to move this 25 over, which becomes a minus 25. So let's rearrange our equation now. So I've got 3x, because that's on the correct side, minus 7x equal to minus 3 minus 25. So all I've done there is brought this minus 25 over here, and I've brought my 7x over here. Now we simplify because we've got like terms on the left and like terms on the right. So plus 3x minus 7x, well, we know that's going to be minus 4x. Equal to, well, minus 3 minus 25, well, we'll keep the sign and we'll add them. So 25 plus 3 is minus 28. And then we divide both sides by the number in front of the x, just like we did in solving linear equations 1. So I'm dividing by the number in front of my x, which in this scenario is minus 4. So I'm dividing both sides by minus 4. And a minus divided by a minus is a plus, so we just have x, because 4 divided by 4 is 1, equal to, when again minus divided by a minus is a plus, and we know that 7 4s are 28, so it's x is 7. So my final answer is x is 7. So now let's look at example 2. And again I have a 10x plus a 3, and I have equal to 7x plus 9. And my rule is still the same. My letters must be on the left of the equals and my numbers must be on the right. So my 10x is correct and my 9 is correct, but these two terms need to swap because plus 3 should be on the right and plus 7 should be on the left. And when I change them over, they'll become a negative. So I'm moving over my 7x to the left and I'm moving my 3x, or my 3, to the right. Okay, so let's rearrange that now. I have 10x minus 7x, because I've brought a plus 7 across the equals 9, and again minus 3 because it's crossed over the equals. Now, 10x minus 7x is 3x, equal to, well, 9 take away 3 is 6. So now I'm dividing by the number 3 because that's the number in front of my x, and we always divide by the number in front called the coefficient, the number in front of the variable. So I divide both sides by 3 because remember my rule is what I do to one I must do to both. So I'm left with x equal to 2. So my final answer is x equals 2. Now let's say I had to verify that. So let's verify. We haven't been asked to, but let's see, can we do it? So if I'm asked to verify, it means the answer I've got for x, if I substitute it in, this side will equal this side. So let's see, does that work? So rewrite out the equations. You've got 10x plus 3 is equal to 7x plus 9. Okay, let's sub in. So 10 times 2 plus 3 should equal 7 times 2 plus 9. Okay, let's see if that's correct. Well, 10 times 2 is 20 plus 3 equals, well, 7 times 2 is 14 plus 9. Well, 20 plus 3 is 23, and 14 plus 9 is in fact 23. So I have verified my solution. And that's all you have to do there. You're basically showing that you got the correct answer, because when you put it in, your unknown value, which we know we call unknown values x or y, any variable, our unknown is 2. And it is 2 because when you substitute it in, both sides become equal. And that's all you have to do to verify. Okay, this question now is just a tiny bit different. So we've got brackets, and we know that when there's a number outside the bracket, just like when we learnt about multiplying algebraic terms, we multiply what's on the outside by the two inside terms. So all we have to do here is multiply these brackets before we begin changing them over to the correct side and solving them. So let's multiply out the brackets straight away. So when I multiply the brackets, I'm saying, well, 2 times x and 2 times 2, and then I'm saying, well, 3 times 2x and 3 times 4. Okay, well, 2 times 2x is 2x. 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. Equals, well, 3 times 2x is 6x. And then we've got, well, 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, great. Now, letters on the left, numbers on the right. So, my 2x is on the correct side, but my 6x needs to come over to that side. So it's going to become a minus 6x. And my minus 4 needs to come over to where the 12 is, onto the right. So I move them around now because I need my letters on the left and my numbers on the right. So this comes over here, and this minus 4 comes over here. Okay, let's do that now. So I've got 2x, and I'm saying minus 6x, because when I bring it over, I have to change the sign. Then I've got 12, and again, minus 4 comes over, becomes plus 4. So 2x minus 6, well, we take the sign of the bigger number, which is minus 6. So our answer is going to be minus 4x, because we subtract them, equals to, well, 12 and 4 is 16. So I write 16 there. Now, same as before, I divide by the number that is in front of my x. So I'm dividing both sides by minus 4. So let's do that now. Well, a minus divided by minus will give me a positive. 4 divided by 4 is 1. So I'm just left with x on its own, equal to, well, a plus divided by a minus is always a minus, and 4 divided by 16 is 4. So my full answer at the very end is x equals minus 4. Okay, let's see, can we verify this now? So let's verify our solution. And in an exam, this would be asked for you to justify your answer, is another way of saying verify. So we're going to substitute in minus 4 for every time we see x. And BIMDAS is going to come into play here now. So we've got 2 times x minus 2 equals 3 times 2x plus 4. Okay, so we're going to substitute in, well, we have 2 times, well, straight away we've got minus 4 minus 2 equal to 3 times 2 by minus 4, and that's plus 4 as well. Close the brackets. Okay, so let's solve our brackets first. So we have 2 times, well, minus 4 minus 2, we keep the sign and add them, so it's minus 6. And that becomes equal to 3 times, well, we've got 2 by minus 4 is minus 8, plus 4 is minus 4. So to finish that off then, well, 2 by minus 6 is minus 12, equals to, well, 3 by minus 4 is also minus 12. So that's just another way of verifying, and you've just seen where BIMDAS comes into play for algebra, and it's very important that you follow BIMDAS So it's over to you now with the learning check. You're going to take what we did in those two examples and apply them to these questions here. And can you also make a note of those two examples in your copies? So examples 1 and 2 are kind of based around the questions in question 1, and the last example we just looked at is based on question 2. So see how you go and give it your best shot.